The day I was trapped in the fire, my husband was waiting outside the delivery room for his first love. I died in that inferno, nothing left but ashes. When I woke up again, I was back in high school. Looking at that familiar face, all I felt was nausea. Ethan would never know that he lost more than just me in that fire. It was Ethan's turn to clean the blackboard today, but the name written there was clearly mine, Mia Sanders. Everyone was used to me covering for Ethan. After all, I used to be a total doormat for him. Showtime, Mia. Chad tossed the eraser at my desk, gesturing for me to wipe the board for Ethan. I stared at the eraser, scoffed, and walked towards the blackboard. The girls who always looked down on my fawning over Ethan started their usual snide remarks. Seriously, so shameless. She's been doing this for ages, and he barely even looks at her. I know, right? I heard she's been chasing after him since middle school. I'd never stoop so low. It's pathetic. Right, the whispers were never ending, but the me of the past had chosen to ignore them, blinded by a one-sided love that ultimately led to my lonely death in the fire. Even reborn, I wouldn't forget the searing pain of that night. They say you have to hit rock bottom to turn things around. Well, I hit rock bottom. Time to turn around. Everyone probably expected me to do what I always did, erase the board for Ethan, fetch him hot water, basically wait on him hand and foot. It was precisely because I was so used to giving that Ethan, 10 years later, mistook himself for a king. But not today. I looked at the girls who were mocking me with faint gratitude. Thanks for the heads up, ladies. Freak. Ignoring their taunts, I erased my name from the blackboard and wrote Ethan's in bold letters. No need to change the name anymore. Class president. Sorry to bother you all this time. The class stared at me, dumbfounded, as if I'd done something truly shocking. Is she crazy? What's her deal now? You guys don't get it. It's reverse psychology. She's playing hard to get, waiting for him to come crawling back. Whatever. I shrugged and looked at the math equations covering the board. As I put down the eraser, I saw Ethan walking back from the basketball court. He was undeniably good looking. Standing there at the doorway, backlit, it was easy to understand why I'd fallen for him. But now, looking at his face, I only felt disgust. The chattering girls suddenly fell silent. The entire classroom held its breath. Dozens of eyes were waiting for the show. I brushed the chalk dust off my hands, walked calmly to my seat, pulled up my chair, and sat down. I didn't glance at Ethan once. He hadn't noticed the blackboard, probably assuming I'd already taken care of it. He went straight to his seat, reaching for his water bottle. Unfortunately for him, I hadn't filled it today either. His best friend, Zach, noticed the blackboard and whispered, "Dude, what's up with Ms. Benson writing your name up there? Mia didn't wipe the board for you, and no water?" Ethan finally noticed the math equations scrawled across the blackboard. His brow furrowed, but he quickly regained his usual nonchalant expression and reached into his desk drawer. Normally, there would be a clean handkerchief and a carton of warm milk waiting for him. But today, there was nothing. Zach watched as Ethan came up empty-handed and, with his usual lack of tact, said to me, "Mia, what's with the sudden change of heart? Not wiping the board, no milk, no water, what gives?" I frowned at Zach, impatience creeping into my voice. Is he disabled? Can't he do these things himself? I'm not his mother. I have no obligation to take care of him. Ethan's eyes flickered, and he let out a soft, cold snort. He probably thought, like everyone else, that I was just playing games, waiting for him to coax me back. Ethan nudged Zach with his foot, telling him to shut up. Zach obediently went up to erase the board. I opened my textbook and started studying. Because of Ethan, I'd given up a chance to attend the prestigious Northwood High and came to Southwood instead. I could have been in the advanced placement classes here, but because of Ethan, I ended up in the lowest level class. I'd fought with my mom about it, but she eventually gave in. Our families were close, so it didn't matter where I went to school. The plan was always for me to go to college with Ethan anyway. Perhaps it was because of our family's connection that I'd always seen Ethan as my Prince Charming. Now, all I could think was, what a jerk. He acted like he was some kind of royal